Hello and welcome. This video is brought to you by Patreon provider Scott. Scott was nice enough to reach out to me and say, hey, I got a bunch of stuff just sitting on my shelf. Want to review it? I said, absolutely. I'm going to kick this off with a fan favorite, and one of my favorites too is a Holosun. Even though I haven't seen or touched a 510C Elite before, everyone likes a Holosun. And for good reason. They offer really good value for money. This basically comes in the exact same box as the last two Holosuns I reviewed, and it's going to give us everything you're going to need to know on the side. And this is a lot of stuff. Primarily one of the reasons why people like Holosuns. They offer a tremendous amount of value for money. There we go. Time to unsheath this thing. Just like the last Holosuns, nice plastic hard case. Going to have some foam. Cleaning cloth. Oh, I screwed up. Owner's manual's upside down. Oh, the scope is upside down, but we'll get there in a second. Parallel circle dot sight 510 Elite Owner's Manual. Now, some of you already will note that this already looks like an EOTech, and that would be with good reason, primarily because it looks identical to an EOTech. So at first glance, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you would easily be able to mistake this for an EOTech. And that's basically that. Not a whole lot to it. There are some nice features about this, but I'll touch on that more in the final review. So what do we have here? We're going to pop this out of the case if I can get it. Very secure foam in there. Trying not to damage anything. We have what looks like an extra battery cover. An adjuster tool. And a Torx bit for tightening everything down. Let's see what we got here. Right off the bat, this feels really good in hand. About as heavy as the EOTech, except this has a nice quick release lever with a lock. Nice feature, something that I really enjoyed about the Vortex UH1 that I reviewed a couple months ago. Battery covers over here. Got your windage and your elevation adjustment right here. Pretty standard stuff. But one thing that isn't standard is this solar panel, which is pretty prominent and pretty large. I'm sure that this is going to charge up the battery more than sufficiently enough if you're using it quite often. Anything on the bottom of note? Not really. Got 4 Torx bits there, assuming that you could take this base off and put a different base on there. Nice, simple 2-button arrangement here. Press the positive for it to turn on. That's all the way up. And let's see how far this will go down. It's claimed to has night vision mode, so it should go to the point where, there you go, it is completely gone. Let's bring it back up. There you have it. Very simple reticle. I love these. I love the fine dot. I like the big circle around it. I believe it's 2 MOA and a 65 MOA. Yep, it says so on the box. That fine 2 MOA dot in the middle helps you get a very nice, precise shot. And of course, the 65 MOA circle is great for putting it on a torso-sized target at several sorts of distances. Or if you're shooting at round steel plates, it's great to get a silhouette around it, and it should make life a lot easier for you to get on target. While we're at it, we can check some distortion, which as you can see, there is some. On the XPS 2.2 that I had, that didn't really do that. But again, this is built to a price point, and that little amount is not that crazy. While we're here, let's check out the tint. Put it up against something white. Very little tint from what I can tell right now, but there is, if you notice, a very slight green tint to it, but that might be to help pick up the reticle to the human eye. As like most Holosuns, this feels very well made, very tightly put together. And it should for the price that this comes in at. These are around $340, which is not what I would consider really cheap. Typically with Holosuns, they go for a little bit less money than the competitors. Typically. But for around this price, you can get something like this. A UH1. These go for around $400. This is mid 300s. These are relatively in the same ballpark. Now, I'm not putting these two head to head, but it's something to keep in mind. For around the same price, you can go either or. The same thing with, which I don't have on hand right now, but an EOTech. However, the Holosun does have some really nice features, such as the solar panel, 50,000 hours battery life, and it's already got a quick release mount to it. So it's something to take into consideration. But for right now, during an unboxing, packaging is typical Holosun. It's fantastic. The optic itself looks and feels great. I'm going to be toying around with this very soon, and I'm really excited to see how well this performs. But this seems more than daytime bright already. I'm really excited to get behind this and really use it in a practical environment. That's going to conclude this very long unboxing. I don't know why these things go for as long as they do. I just don't shut up. Can't help it sometimes. Huge thanks to Scott. Scott, you're going to keep me busy for quite some time, and I greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned for many more videos to come. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.